In this demo, I will show you one of the methods that you can use to update your email merge codes in Goldmine. So let's take a look at our Goldmine data that we'll be working against. So notice that here we have an email address and it doesn't have any merge code. We inspect another one and this one doesn't have a merge code as well. So the goal is to be able to update the merge codes for those two email addresses using DBX. As I mentioned earlier, there are several ways that we can do this, and we'll be looking at one of those methods in this demo. So first we need to create a new process, and we'll just simply give this a name. Update email merge code. We hit next. We're asked to provide a description for our Goldmine task, and we can leave it as it is. And in here we need to select the option update email address. And next, our data source will be from a text file. So when you perform updates to the Goldmine database, you need to have a data source, either from a text file or from an SQL database. In our case, it will be coming from a text file. Our text file contains the email addresses that needs to be updated. So as you can see, we have those two email addresses in our list. And we have also specified the merge code values that needs to be updated against the email addresses. So now that we have specified our data source, we can now click on Save Settings and go back to our Update Goldmine Data Wizard. All we have to do now is click on Next and Finish. So now we're presented with the Import Contact Data Field Mapping section. Since we are going to update our merge code field, we need to make sure that we are mapping that particular field. Next, we need to specify how DBX will try to search for a match in the Goldmine database. So first, we need to specify the field from our data source that contains the email address. And that happens to be the column named email. To make sure that our matching works properly, we'll make all the text in this field all in uppercase. And we also want to trim any spaces as well. So now that we're done specifying the field from our data source, we're now ready to specify our match field in Goldmine. So in Goldmine, the email is really a detailed record, and the fields that contain the email address is the concept ref and the address 1 field. So just like what we did with our data source earlier, we formatted it in uppercase and trimmed the fields. So we'll do the same here. So if you'd like to preview that, you'll notice that the email address is all in uppercase. And we click OK. So now we have a record matching that will allow us to search for the matching email address. Also, we have a field mapping that would update the merge code. So now all we need to do is to execute this process. So let's execute that. So let's try now to examine our Goldmine data. So in here, let's take a look at the email merge code. So notice that we have these two email addresses now have their corresponding email merge code. 123 for this one, and the other one is 456.